Hello. Hi, hello, namaste. Very, very good evening. Very, very good morning. We have students now watching across the world. We have it from India, US, Canada, and recently we had one from Malaysia. So, hearty welcome. Okay, we have a student from Bahrain also. Hi, Deepthi. Good to see you. Yeah, hi Vijay. Hi. Please ping, please comment, okay, and please share the video. Uh, it's the busy tax season time, so you must be aware that it's the tax season time. March 15th is the deadline for all business tax filings, and April 15th is the deadline, for all the personal tax filings, of course, corporation also. So just caught up with too many things, so I'm sorry I couldn't come live yesterday, but I'm glad we connect every week. Okay, so if T-day is not Tuesday or Thursday, please consider T-day as today. Okay. Fine, so please do like, share, comment. And today I'm coming up with a very interesting topic. I loved it. I mean, based on my conversation with the students of late, with the new enrollments happening with different backgrounds, student coming from. I thought, why not talk about this? Yeah. So as you like, comment, and share, let's get into this. So I have titled it as "Learn from Edison Mentality." What comes to your mind, when you think of Thomas Alva Edison? Yeah. Learn from Edison mentality. Okay, I like this. I title it so. Off late I have been seeing students from different background. I'm sure I have told you earlier also that I happened to witness, the suicide of a student here in Hyderabad in 2019. She just failed in her CA in aggregate. Nobody told her anything, but she went ahead and hanged herself, sometime midnight or early morning hours. So that pained me very much. Uh, but all that, I want to say is that if not CA, there is EA. I mean, if not EA, there is something else. There is earnings always, right? The Almighty has made bread for each one of us, and there are different modes, different methods of survival, and EA is also one of them. I mean, I have been interacting with so many students of late. Uh, be it from CA background, people who couldn't complete their CA, people who couldn't complete their CMA, CS, CPA, CFA. They have taken up certain courses, but they have not completed, those courses. And not only that, I've also seen people who couldn't do, something new because post marriage. I mean, I have students who are on H4. Of course, the USCIS guidelines also, they cannot do get into employment and all, but nobody stops them from studying enrolled agent license. And if they are issued a EAD and all, that's a different story, different ball game, and we can always figure out a way. So what if you don't cross the finish line? So you began something and you don't cross the finish line, like because of your marriage, or because of your health. Okay, maybe because of your health conditions, or because of your educational background. Like, people keep asking me, what is the minimum education qualification that is needed for this? Actually, there is no education qualification, to be blunt. There's no educational qualification as such. If you are just 18 plus years of age, with a valid passport, that's more than enough. And passport also, you will need only when you are applying for the PTIN, which is preparer tax identification number. Okay, which is needed for the examination. So if you have to get started with this education per se, you can start off anytime. You can in fact start off immediately also. Okay, so I've been talking to people. Some complain about, sir, lack of money and all. I completely empathize, but I also have a family. I also have a team that I have to take care. I have vendors to pay. So we all, I think, we have been given the ability to produce wealth. What do you say? We all have been given the ability to produce wealth in some way or the other. Maybe the Almighty has blessed us with time, talent, and skill, resources, people. So we got to leverage that properly and see, how we can go ahead to the next, stage of our life. So in these, little keynote, I thought, I'll cover, some elements which will help you, to make some better decision. So people who are stuck, and I have seen, so many students being mocked, just because they have not cleared CA. Their own parents start mocking, their kith and kin start mocking, the close friends leave. I empathize everything and I understand all that. Okay, so that's all part of life. But if you really have good people who don't celebrate you only in success, but they celebrate you, my friend, you are really blessed. Yeah, you are really blessed. Okay, so I just wish you all the very best, and just stay tuned, okay, a little, so that you understand what we are talking here. See, I'm not paid for these kind of inspirational or motivational talks, nor it is part of my agenda. But what I always believe is, when you understand the why of it, I say this always, when you understand the why of it, the how of it doesn't matter at all. Like yesterday was my mother's birthday, so my brother traveled all the way, from Hyderabad to Hubli to give her a surprise visit. I mean, when you know the why of it, why she's his mother, he just wanted to go. Now, how of it, how he went, I mean, whether bus, whether a train, whether flight, I mean, it truly doesn't matter. All that matters is to surprise her, on the birthday. And same could be, for you also, for your loved one. You want to see your loved ones with a better standard of living. You want them to do something good, something amazing, something wonderful. Struggle, work hard, kill your entertainment, save your money, kill your fancies. I mean, until the time, you get better. I mean, this is the hard truth. There are little sacrifices, right? So I'm sure, we all can start afresh. Okay, so this piece of it is focused only to those people, who couldn't complete their, what they have begun. They left it midway, because of any reason, because of failures or whatever. Especially, failures. They might have given, multiple attempts, but they did not get through. Okay, so I like this, quote by Theodore Roosevelt. He says, "It's hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed." It's hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. How true is that? And just look at this picture. Even if I have taken this picture, just look at this picture, I mean, he is not just walking, but he is playing, that basketball. And there are so many, heroes like that. Just because, Almighty was in a different mood, and he created some people differently. That's why they are called differently able. Differently able. It's truly amazing, and there's one thing, only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve. That is the fear of failure. I mean, when you have not tried itself, how certain things look like, how can you comment? How can you comment? Okay, okay, fine, CA is the same, EA is the same, I didn't get through CA, EA also I will not get through. I mean, I didn't get through CPA, EA also I will not get through. I mean, why are you assuming all those things? Why are you assuming all those things? See, I tell you always, I mean, anybody for that matter, whenever you are making an important decision, let's say, in the field of education, I mean, I have my own practice also. 3 things, time. What is the time it takes? I mean, whether CA or CPA or any other course, what is the time it takes? What is the investment I have to make? How much money I have to shell out? And then E, earnings. How much earnings, will I start getting it? I mean, we all are accountants. We are all tax accountants. We are tax consultants. So we are called to crunch these numbers. Okay. So there's nothing wrong in making this analysis. I call it as STI analysis. Okay. I come from a very lower middle class family. Okay. So, I mean, whatever you see now, maybe, I was not from this. My father used to earn less than 5,000 rupees a month. Indian currency. This is way back in 2008. So I come from a very lower middle class family wherein, I had to start off getting into job, at a very early stage. When I was in my 10th and then came to plus 2, my father was diagnosed with bipolar mind disorder, which eventually turned out into dementia. I mean, he forgot everything. So my mom became the dad of our family. And as the elder son, I had to, take the flagship to help the family. And I'm very grateful to my friends, that while I was in BCom second year, I was able to teach BCom second year, while I was in BCom third year, final year, I was able to teach my own friends. So I'm very, very grateful, to my friends. Uh, I love you. So grateful to all my mentors also, my boss, both my previous bosses, Lakshmi Prasad, Sumit Punjabi. They've given me wonderful opportunity, to grow and excel. And thanks to my family and my team also, for being with me always. Anyways, the reason why I'm telling you is not to, tell you some emotional drama, but these are all the facts, I don't know, what your financial situation is, but you may be the leader, that the family is looking up to. I was saying, these memes and these Facebook posts, there's always that one person in the family who begs the chain of poverty, and that is you. I was seeing, those pictures and I loved it. Truly, by God's grace, it was me in my family. Why not you be that? Why can't you be that in your family? I think you should become that, right? So that fear, of failure, we listen, we forward, so many WhatsApp messages, all these things. But my friend, today we are living in so much, in such a kind of world that a kind word can cheer up the most talented person. A kind word can cheer up, a most talented person, a very disturbed, talented person. A kind word of warmth, love, encouragement, I'm sure, it is going to lift him or her up. Okay, as a teacher, I can see from that perspective. Okay, now, see, if you see Sir Abraham Lincoln's life, I'm sure, most of you must have gone through, all this. We know that he is the 16th American president and all that. But if you see, the series of failures in his life, he lost job, then he got defeated, he failed in business, then he went for, legislature, then his sweetheart, the lady whom he loved a lot, she died, then he had a nervous breakdown, then he got defeated for speaker, he got defeated in Congress, then he got elected, lost renomination, rejected, defeated, again defeated, and then elected. I mean, 1832 to 1860, 1832 to 1860, I mean, almost like how many years? 28 years. Wow. 28 years it took for him to become the president from the time he lost his job. And today is taken as an icon of inspiration. Why do you want to give up so quickly? Yeah, we may not be like, Sir Abraham Lincoln, but maybe, a 0.01% of some of his leadership abilities, endurance, patience, relentlessness of not giving up, not quitting. I'm sure, there could be something within us that can make us, the leader in our land, in our family. Why can't you be that? He says this, my great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with failure. I say this to my team also. We prepare, tax drafts. Sometimes, the client does not pay. So I tell them that, it's not about client not paying us. Are you fully convinced why client is not paying us? Are you fully convinced why client is not paying us? I mean, is he PQRST I call? Is he not paying us because of price? Is he not paying us because of quality? Is he not paying us because of the relationship? Is he not paying us because of the security? Is he not paying us because of the trust? PQRST. I mean, what is the reason? Sir, everything is fine. Still, he is not going ahead. Fine. So leave it. Are you fully convinced that you've given him, a proper price, quality, you've established that relationship, you're reliable, and your information is secure, and the client can trust you when everything is perfect, and still the client has not come forward, probably take a feedback, and client is not going to give a feedback also, is not able to, is not making himself or herself available for a conversation. Praise God, move on to the next file. We need not stick there, but you must be fully convinced with the failure. I mean, sometimes, even the examination also, EA examination. The beauty of EA examination is that, the results come immediately. It comes immediately. So, you need not wait, for a long period and all. The results come immediately, and I mean, you can always empathize that joy. Supposing you failed, God forbid you fail, you can schedule the examination immediately. Next day or next week itself also is possible. Now, when you failed, God forbid somebody failed, they should be able to accept that yes, because of this I failed, a particular question or something like that. The pass mark is from 105 to 130, and I have seen students, failing at 102, 103, sometimes 104 also. I mean, bad luck, but they also tell me, sir, nothing. I ask them, is there anything that I have to improve? No, sir, I knew the answer, just that I didn't manage my time properly. That was a very easy paper, but I didn't get through it. So are you content with that failure? At least, I mean, do you know where you went wrong? That's the most important thing. When we fail something, do you know where you went wrong? That's the most important thing, right? And he says this, success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Today we live in such a world, where not only money and time is more precious, it's also your energy. Energy must also be utilized like money. I love, what our mentor Robin Sharma says, how people consume and conserve money. In the same way, you have to consume and conserve energy also. I repeat, how we consume and conserve money, in the same way we have to consume and conserve energy also. Do that. Focus on that. I mean, he's such a wonderful leadership icon. I just love it. And you see, other famous failures like Michael Jordan, great basketball player. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Then Steven Spielberg, rejected from film school. Of course, Apple CEO Steve Jobs. Then Walt Disney, fired by the editor of newspaper for lacking ideas and imagination. Hey. Who can say that Walt Disney, he lacked ideas and imagination? I mean, just because somebody labels you doesn't make you so. I mean, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, right? Then Albert Einstein, he learned to speak at a late age and performed poorly in school. I mean, all these are real stories. J.K. Rowling, she was divorced, a single mother on welfare while she was writing her book, Harry Potter. And we know how successful, Harry Potter is. Then we have this Oprah Winfrey. She was fired from her television reporting job as not suitable for television. I mean, you must have seen, some student, some parents, some teachers cursing their children literally, or prophesying, kind of that, you will never succeed in life. Tu kabhi bhi kamyab nahi hoga, That is their opinion. That is their opinion. It is not your caliber. What do you say? That is their opinion, but not your caliber. Okay. Look at these people. That's so amazing. And here, why I have titled it as Edison mentality is because we all know, about he creating, the bulb and all that. And he says this, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Sir Thomas Alva Edison. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Wow. And that's okay. You didn't get through CA or CPA or any other professional examination. You took because your father told you. You took because your teacher told you. Maybe you were not aware of, all this information, but you're not a failure. Do you get that? You're not a failure. Maybe you can try something new. See, I'm talking this, though this is about EA, I'm talking this thing because it is applicable to any, student from any educational background. Whatever is the examination, even if you are attempting, a CA or a CPA examination, try again. Go ahead, try again. Be positive and keep doing well. And that's all it matters. That's all it matters. Okay. I love those lines, from sir. And this thing, what I was saying, success is the result of right decisions. How true is that, isn't it? Success is the result of right decisions. And then right decisions are the result of experiences. Experiences, good or bad. You go to a particular hotel, you love the food, you go again. You go to a particular restaurant, you don't like the food, you don't want to go ever again. Right? And experiences are the result of wrong decisions. Okay, so whatever you are going through today, I challenge you to take the right decision. Okay, ask yourself, is my failure greater than those people? I mean, we have seen some of the success stories of the people that are listed there. I mean, Sir Abraham Lincoln, he suffered for like 28 years, and we have seen so many inspirational movies, whether it is Gurubai, Dhirubhai Ambani, or MS Dhoni. I mean, we have seen so many movies, Lagan, Chak De. I mean, all these things. Is your failure so great? When we watch a movie, we enjoy the hero, recovering all, from that setback. He makes that setback as a comeback. What is that? He makes that setback as a comeback. And we all, try to cheer him up in the movie theater, in that dark hall. But why not in the open world? Why don't you do that? Why do you feel guilty? Are you not grateful for anything in your life? Don't you have good parents? Don't you have good family? Don't you have good friends? Don't you have good resources? Don't you have good skills? Don't you have good talent? I'm sure God, when He made us, God Almighty, or nature, when it has made us, it has put in us everything that we need. It is for us to discover that and unleash that potential for the benefit of mankind, beginning with you and your family. Find what is that. And whenever you fail, identify what is my learning from my last failure. From my last failure, what has been my learning? What was that made me fail? And make sure that you don't repeat again. And I'm sure many people are aware of this SWOT analysis. Okay, SWOT. What do you mean by that, right? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities to overcome that weaknesses? And what are your threats? I mean, why you cannot do what you want to do? Lack of money, lack of health, lack of transport. It could be anything. So please work on yourself. Please work on yourself, and don't please be in guilty. And even if you don't want to do EA, I'm super happy. Okay. If you like, I have many people who watch only the first 20-30 minutes because of these kind of conversation. It kind of peps them up, and I have people from different fields. Some of them are my clients, some of them are vendors, some are students, some are like general public. As you shared this video, they get to watch this. Whoever you are, learn to be happy first. And rest all things follow. And finally, I just want to say, accept yourself as you are. Learn from your mistakes, make the right decision, start afresh, and conquer your world, whatever it is. If you are a youngster, I want you to be responsible. If I have to put it in two words I would say, be responsible, act responsibly. I mean, if you're a son or daughter and the family is looking forward to you to take care of them, and if mother and father have set their heart on you to take care of them, to make them proud, your wife is looking forward to you to give her a better life, your children are looking forward to you to give them a better education, a better future, I would just say act responsibly. Just because of one failure, don't give up. Just get started. So I call this as Edison mentality. Edison mentality. Okay. So he has said, I have never failed. I've just learned, the 10,000 ways how it won't work. Let that spirit of Edison mentality rest in you, and I wish you a new beginning. Okay. With this little excitement, let's get started. Okay. Fine. So let's log on to menti.com. Fine. Please comment, please like, share this video. If you're liking it, let me know. Please comment, please share. We will get into menti.com. Please go to menti.com. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very, very much, people. Good, good, good. Please share the video, okay, and help people, to spread that awareness. Still, many people, do not know that there is something called as EA. That's so sad. That's so sad. Okay, so we call this as T-Day tax session. So today it is not Tuesday or Thursday. I'll call it as T-Day. Okay. I'll call it as T-Day. So let's get started. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. And today we are going to talk on these topics. Okay, individual, business, and then representation. Individual, we are going to talk about gross income and wages. Business, we are going to talk about taxation of LLCs. Representation, about the supporting documentation. Okay, so please log on to menti.com and use that code 5392469. Somebody can ping that in the comment section. Go to menti.com. This one. Go to menti.com. Okay. And use the code 5392469. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Fine. So here we go. Let's take up our very first question. Yeah. Thank you, Sulba, for sharing that. Go ahead, people. You normally have 2 minutes to crack the question. You can see it on your mobile phones also. Okay, each question has actually 2 minutes. Okay, I call it as Maggie time. So try to solve it within that time frame. Fine. Okay, fine. So let me take a look at this question. Okay, the question reads something like this. Okay, let me appear here. Okay, am I blocking this? Okay, if we are not connected on LinkedIn, let's get connected on LinkedIn. I'm Nanda Kumar K V on LinkedIn also. Okay, so let's get connected on LinkedIn too. Fine, so let me come here and let's read the question. Okay. So consider me the tax genie for now. So we will be doing, we'll be answering these questions. Okay. चलिए हम अभी ये question का answer देखते हैं. Okay. So let's read this. I'm audible, right? Yeah. Fine. A sole proprietor had the following transactions. Okay. He received rental income of $7,500. He performed legal services for ATI Corporation in return for 10 shares of stock, 24,000. Then he recovered accounts receivable that had been written off and deducted in 2019. Did not reduce tax, it says. Did not reduce tax. Okay. 20,000. What amount must be included in gross income? Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, okay. This time, many people have submitted the answers. I'm so happy. Wonderful. Okay, so check if you have given the right answer. Please check. Yeah. I'll take up your questions at the end of the session, if any, whatever you're pinging on WhatsApp or in the comment section. I'll take up your question at the end of the session. Okay, so as of now, what is the amount that must be included in gross income? Okay, this is what it says. Fine. A 44,000, 27,500, 31,500, and then 51,500. Okay. See here, if you see the rental income is 7,500, right? The rental income 7,500. Then you see the perform legal services in return for 10 shares of stock. So it's kind of a barter exchange. Okay, it's kind of a barter income. That is also income, so that is 24,000. Okay, so 7,500 plus 24,000. Okay, so we are there. And then recovered amount accounts receivable that had been written off and deducted, of course, did not reduce the tax, and that was like 20,000. It says did not reduce tax. Okay, so ignore that. Okay. Usko chodo. So just stick to 7,500 and then 24,000. So it is 31,500, and I believe many have given the right answer. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, chaliye, let's go check out the next question. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, go ahead. And your time starts now. Yeah. I hope you are enjoying this. Yeah. So even if you are a CPA or EA, I encourage you to please participate. And अच्छा रहता है आपको brain tax teasers so चलो do it. Hi. Yeah, I'm doing good, Ganesh. Ganesh, I think Ganesh is from Nepal. So, hearty, hearty, welcome, Ganesh. Fine. So, here, let's take up this question. If the taxpayer does not receive his W 2 from his employer, he may file his tax return using form. Okay, that's a very simple question. Form 1040C, no. Cancellation of debt. 1099 miscellaneous for other income. He cannot file his tax return until he receives his W 2. No, not at all. Form 4852. Yes, it is the substitute W 2. Okay, fine. So D is the right answer, and I believe many people have given it right. Wonderful. Let's take up the next question. This is yet another interesting question. I mean, very simple questions. On what type of information return would a taxpayer's $2,000 winnings from a Las Vegas casino's blackjack table be reported? Obviously, it's gambling. So it's winning, gambling winnings. Okay, so W2G. So if you are earning from employment, it is W2. If you are earning from gamblings, it is W2G. Okay, and then 1099G, that is for all government payments. So that's not gambling. So it's from all government payments, and then W2 is for the wages and salaries. 1099 DIV is related to dividend income. Okay, so let's not focus on that. Okay. Chaliye, that was a pretty easy question. Let's take up the next question. Okay, I think part one, three questions we are done. Now we are over to part two, taxation of LLCs. In each part, there will be 85 questions, people. Okay, so let's take up the next question. Okay, wonderful, amazing. Yeah, your timer starts now. Hi, hi, Varun. Very good evening. I am not sure you're from which part of it. I am currently in Hyderabad. And we have offices in New York, Delaware, California, and Mumbai also, of course, in Hyderabad too. Okay, so I stay in Hyderabad. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's take a look at this question. Okay, it's an interesting question. Regarding LLC, okay, limited liability company, which of the following statements is false? False, okay, not true, false. For federal tax purposes, a limited liability company must file a Form 8832, which is entity classification selection, in order to be taxed as a corporation. 100% right, right? If they have to make, a S corp election, they file 2555, and if they have to make, election as a corporation or something else, they file 8832. Next, none of these choices, that we will confirm, after we read C and D. Next, C, the conversion from a partnership to an LLC is not considered a sale, exchange, or liquidation of any partnership interest. Absolutely, right? Because let's say when there are two members in a partnership, I mean a multiple member LLC, there have been two members, and one of the members decides to leave, and now it becomes a single member LLC. So it is not to be considered as a sale, exchange, liquidation, or anything like that. So that's not right. Next one, domestic limited liability company that has two or more members is generally treated as a corporation for federal income tax purposes. Okay, without making other elections. That's also specified in the bracket. A domestic limited liability company that has two or more members without making other elections is generally treated as partnership for federal income tax purposes. It is not treated as a corporation. Okay, so D is the right answer, and I believe many have given it right. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's take up the next question. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, so this question is, more or less similar to the earlier one only. So I don't think this really needs, that much time for you to think. So Joel, our Joel also. Thank you, Joel, for compiling these questions for us. And thank you, Sita, for reviewing it. I'm just presenting it. Okay, I'm just the host. So my team does everything. uh, Joel forms Sunrise Enterprises LLC during the year. Okay, good. I wish you all the best, Joel. Okay. What firm must Sunrise Enterprises LLC file in order to elect to be taxed as a C corporation? If you have understood the earlier first question, you must be able to handle the second question very easily. Form 1065, no, because it's not a partnership, because they have formed the LLC and it's a single member LLC, that we are referring to, because there's no reference to any other person there. Then 1120, no, that's an income tax return. But here the question is, what form must Sunrise Enterprises LLC file in order to be taxed as a C corporation? They're not asking, what is the tax return that they will be filing. What is the election form, that must be utilized? So, no. 7004, that is the extension form, just like how we have 4868. So in US, what happens is, in case you are not able to file the tax return on time, just pay whatever is the tax due, before the due date, and take 6 months time to file the tax return, to submit the papers, or do the paperwork and all those things. You can take 6 months time. That's what it says. So personal taxpayers, I mean, personal tax returns or individuals, they file form 4868, whereas businesses, they will file form 7004. Okay. That's what it is. But again, that is not an election to be taxed as a C corporation. Okay, so ignore that also. Next one, form 8832. Okay, so what is this? Entity classification election. Entity classification election. Okay, So answer D is the right answer, because when an LLC, it is electing to be treated as a corporation, it has to file Form 8832 only. Okay, chaliye. So that was a very easy question. So no much drama there. Chaliye, let's take up the next question. Yeah. In examination also, sometimes questions appear like this only. Wow, it'll be like, wow, it's like so easy questions it appears. So it'll be amazing. Chaliye. Let's look at this question. On which information return will a college provide information on the total amount of eligible tuition and fees paid during the tax year? So if you have memorized our source documents table properly, income documents, expense documents, and all what I've given you in the class, this will be like jujube. Okay. So first one, 1098T. That's the answer actually. So many have given the right answer. Nice, good. 1090 no, 1099S no, 1099 miscellaneous no, I don't know. All that I know is 1098T. Okay, chalo, very good. That's the right answer. Fine. Let's go to part 3. So beginning this week, what I have decided is every week, we will be doing, all the 3 parts, all the 3 parts. Okay, part 1, part 2, part 3, because some people are thinking there are only part 1 and part 3, part 2 and part 3 only. So I thought chalo bhai thoda questions come karenge, but we will do live every week, so that people know that there are 3 papers and they all will be like this. So somebody was telling me, after watching your MCQs, then I got confidence that it is easy, it is not some theoretical answers and all. I'm not so good in English, but I understand what you are saying, and if these are the types of questions that is going to come in the examination, I'm sure I will be an enrolled agent and a pride of iLead Tax Academy. So if you are also somebody like that, who has that kind of a vision, and you have a clear understanding that the exam is going to be so easy, welcome. Okay, take care. Chaliye, let's get into part 3. Yeah. Go ahead. Wonderful. Yeah. Go take time. Spending time with me is always good. Spending time with teacher is always good. You get to learn so many things, whether you are my client or my student. I'm sure there's so much learning, right? You can just try your knowledge. Chaliye, let's see. Taxpayer A wants to file an offer in compromise based on the doubt of the liability. Doubt of the liability. Okay, it's not reduction of liability. So he's not saying reduce my taxes or something like that. There's doubt of the liability. Which financial statement must be attached to Form 656L? Doubt as to liability. Okay, so which one should be attached? Form 433A, no. 33B, no. Form 9423, no. Okay, no financial form is needed. Okay, now see here, if like we know about the amended tax return also, 1040X. Now what do we do in 1040X? We amend the tax return and then we write an explanation, right? Because we say that, hey, we missed including this expenses, or we missed claiming this credit deduction and all. Please consider that and please give us the additional refund. Or you missed reporting the additional income. Okay, then you give an explanation note. Sorry, I got this form after I filed the tax return, hence I'm amending the tax return. Now here, taxpayer wants to file an offer in compromise based on the doubt of the liability. So it is not for reduction of liability, that he is filing this form. So it's just a doubt, Okay, so no financial form needs to be attached. Okay, so D is the right answer. I think people got confused with 433B, but D is the right answer. Let's take up the last question of the day. Wonderful. Yeah, your time starts now. I hope you are enjoying these sessions. I have not seen anybody doing it like this. I hope you are liking it. Please let us know what you think about what we do. We'll be happy to improve, work on your feedback. Yeah. Interesting question. Okay, so don't be frightened just because it is little lengthy. They're all chota, easy questions only. Okay, चलिए let's see. देखते हैं question. Okay, so this is the last question of the day. Wonderful. So all of the following statements concerning the procedure for a written protest submitted by a representative to obtain an appeals office conference are correct, except, okay, so 3 are correct, 1 is incorrect. So we have to identify what is not correct. Okay, what is incorrect. Okay, chaliye, first one is a written protest is required when the tax due including penalties is more than $25,000. Yeah, perfect. Only then a written protest. Chota cheese ke liye you can't be making a protest to the appeals office and all. Okay, so you will get a penalty instead. Just kidding. Anyway, a written protest must contain the tax years involved and a statement that the taxpayer wants to appeal to the appeals office. Perfect. Perfect. Second one is also correct. Third one. A written protest must contain a statement of facts for each disputed issue and a statement of law or other authority relied upon for each issue. My team is very, very kind, so they highlight, all that in caps each, okay, so that you can answer well. Even that except also, they have put it in all caps, so Anyways, that's good. Okay, if it is increasing, your confidence, I'm happy. Then finally, a written protest must contain a declaration under penalties of perjury signed by taxpayer that the statement of facts is true and correct. No, 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 no. Statement of facts is true and correct. Okay. No, 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 no. It's not true and correct. Okay, so what the law reads is, if the taxpayer submits the written protest, he or she must contain a signed declaration that the statement of facts is true under the penalties of perjury, and if the taxpayer's representative submits the protest, then and he makes a substituted declaration or something with the protest and accompanying documents, then he has to make a statement that the protest and accompanying documents are true and correct. Are you getting it? If taxpayer's representative is submitting it, it should be true and correct. If the taxpayer is submitting it, it should be true under the penalties of perjury. Okay. The question was on signed by the taxpayer. Okay. So these are very minute things. So don't worry much about it. Just make sure that you get the concept right. And I always say that even the theory classes that we do, it is very important that people understand the concept right, because once you understand the concepts, you can take up n number of questions on that particular topic. Okay, fine. So I believe you have enjoyed today's session, and I wish you all the very very best, and thank you very much for staying tuned this long. I truly appreciate it, and I'm very very happy that you tune in every week. It really boosts me a lot, and I feel very good about it. Okay, so let's stay connected. Okay, and if you like this video, kindly do like, okay, share. And for those of you who have any other questions about iLead, about iLead Tax Academy, okay, you can please comment, you can WhatsApp, you can email us, and you will see in the comment section also some of our enrollment advisors have pinged you there, Dinesh and Sulba. You can connect with them and they'll be happy to guide you, or you can WhatsApp me. This is my direct number also. I'll be happy to help you. And I just want to to all the people who gave the right answer, I just wanted to wish you all the very best. And about iLead, it's the only training academy as of now wherein you can learn both theory and practicals with internship and and also job placement assistance. So if you have any further questions on how to become an enrolled agent, please let me know. I'll be happy to guide you. And this is what we offer at iLead. You get the tax lectures of 150 plus hours. Then you have these SE MCQs. SE, it stands for Special Enrollment Examination. So you get this these questions also. Okay, and then you have the tax material, which is the EA study guide. Then you get revision classes, which is 30 plus hours. Then you get 10 SE mock tests of 100 each. Okay, and there are only 3 papers here. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, individual, business, and then tax representation. I keep coming live every Tuesday or Thursday, but now it's our tax season time, so I couldn't come up. I'm sorry about that. So I have come on a Wednesday, but usually I come on Tuesday or Thursday. But the kind of bonding that I've developed with students, it makes me come live whenever possible. So I'm glad that you all are here. And then something about enrolled agent. Who is an enrolled agent? What is an enrolled agent? For those of you who still do not know who an enrolled agent is and what that person can do, here you have the complete information about it. Okay, you can just pause the video and then go through the information that is shared here. Maybe this is blocking it. So you can just go through this information. I'm sure it will be of great help to you. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and please don't forget the Edison's mentality. Okay, please follow that. Please practice it, and I wish you good luck. And I hope this video, whatever we have done today, will cheer up somebody, and it will help them make better decisions and not act foolishly and hurt their loved ones also by losing their lives or anything, or just giving up on their dream. Okay, start afresh, accept yourself, learn from your mistake, find a good mentor, get started, and conquer the world. Okay, all the very best. Take care. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. Okay, and let's stay in touch. Take care. Good night. Good day. Bye bye.